Greeting, brothers and sisters. Glad to be here with you today. I'm glad to be talking about the subject that we're discussing today. And I want to apologize to you for not being able to shave. For I was so busy getting everything together and being with patients that I was not successful in shaving. And so I'm both conscious of it, embarrassed, and beholden unto you about the condition of my face, which I don't take any pride in. When I come before you, I like to be clean shaven and like to be presentable before you. So I want you to know from the times or in the future, of the times that that I come before you, not shave, take no pleasure in it. But trying to run a business, and I'd have to shave 3 times a day. Hadn't been able to do so because we had a very busy week, and literally trying to do all we can to keep our clinic open, and trying to do all we can to also stay fed as a family. You know, I have to be honest with you. I'm very transparent. Very transparent. So I want you to know. But nonetheless, brothers and sisters, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here with you. And happy to be talking about the subject that we're talking about today. And I want you to excuse me as I scratch my face, because this hair on my face I'm very uncomfortable with it, and it's very uncomfortable to have. So I ask you to excuse me for that, and that you would pardon me. We've been having a very good run, and I know that it has been trying for those who have supported the show. Thank you, Sister Donna. Peace and greetings be unto you, dear sister. It's always a pleasure to see you. And I know that it's been very difficult, but I'm trying to lay the groundwork, and at the same time trying to get enough videos out there to keep exposure. And I've been late, and I want to apologize to you for being late on the occasions that I were. Was trying to, and I'm making no excuses for that, because to be on time is late, and to be ahead of time is to be on time. And I do live by those. I want you to understand that those critiques are dear to me. They're very dear to me. But how many know that you can get very busy in this time period, especially when you're running your own black business, and there are black people as well as white people fighting against you in ignorance. That's right. Many of our people fight against me in ignorance to support white businesses, right? And to not support their own on purpose. And they've come to me to tell me so. So I'm trying to let you know the stress that I've been under. Not an undue stress, and not to say that stress isn't positive. Excuse me for scratching my face. But it is nonetheless a fact that our people, black people, that don't know any better, that don't have the intelligence, nor the intelligence nor the pride to support black people in the business community, that are trying to fight to keep our community black, trying to fight to keep it employed. That's right. With our business, we're able to employ people, and we do employ people. You can even work from home. So, and with what the advances they have in telehealth today, in my plans for hiring our brothers and sisters, we'll be able to literally pay individuals to see other individuals by use of their computers from their own home, so that they'll be able to help people on the screen. And we will train life coaches to be able to do the very thing that therapists do. With our training from hopefully our university that will be set up to be able to do this. But we have to be concerned about black business and helping our people. And that's a fact. If you and I are not concerned about that, brothers and sisters, we're in the wrong line of work, and we're confused. If we're not concerned, we're confused. So I just wanted to say that. Now, it brings us to the subject that no matter what we're in, brothers and sisters, no matter what we're in, we have to, especially religiously, we have to be connected to black people. And I'm sure you can appreciate what I'm saying, right? We need to be connected to black people wherever we are. Is that right or wrong? If we're anywhere, right? We should be there because we're connected to black people. Our culture should be a culture that is there for black people. That's your culture as black people, as black individuals, right? Our language, is that right? The language should be there, thank you, to promote blackness. Isn't that right? Not just Ebonics, but learning African vernacular, learning the African language, African French, African Spanish, whatever it is, it should be there for you and I to help promote black people. And brothers and sisters, the reason I'm coming to you this way is that the reason that we're failing, I have to tell you, I gotta let you know, because if I don't, shame on me. The reason that we're failing today is that we have not got into the business of supporting and buying black. We haven't gotten into the business of that. Now, there's a reason why we do this. And the reason why we do this is the white Jesus concept, right? And this is both research, right, that I've done and otherwise. We have the concept of the white Jesus. And something happens to us psychologically when we begin to see God as white and see white as good when there's no such thing as white. But it's a racist term to see God as white and white as good. Then brothers and sisters, you and I begin to see black as negative, black as bad, and black as sinister. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? So we've been trained, right? So that's why I say we have to raise our children. It's a subject for today. Black Jesus for the black man. We got to raise our children for that. And every message that comes through black leaders' mouth should be talking about Jesus, should be talking about the Christ. And that's something that you and I should understand. We've got to understand it. We got to understand it, because if we don't, we're finished, brothers and sisters, if we don't understand it. So I pray, my desire and my prayer is that we can get a hold of this, right? This terminology, that we can get a hold to it. Because if we don't get a hold to it, then you and I are going to our doom, right? When in reality, according to the black God of the universe, he tells us, right? The black God of the black universe tells us that we're going to win this war, this race war that's coming upon us, and we're going to be able to survive, right? And take all the knowledge we have to rebuild the kingdom of God. Isn't that right? That's what the black God tells us. That's what black Jesus tells us. So we need black Jesus for the black man. We need African for the African. Is that right? Africa for the African, black Jesus for the black man. The black message, right? To the black man, not the white man, not the Spanish man, isn't that right? Or the brown man, not the red man, not the yellow man. You got brothers and sisters out there saying right now, well, brother, that's tough. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. I know it's tough. I know it's tough, but it's the truth. You don't see the white man inviting you into anything he got going on. And you can't get it in your head to support yourself. You can't even do it. You can't do it. And it's sad, brothers and sisters. I want you to know. It's sad. Because our children are being killed. There's a man, I'll keep saying it. I'll keep saying it. The brother that was shot in, peace be unto you, Brother Bruce. Peace be unto you. The brother that was shot in Akron, Ohio. It's a shame. Brothers and sisters, 60 times this brother was shot. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm about to get on these wannabe black nationalists. Yeah, I'm about to get on them. You gonna get mad with me today? Because I'm about to get on them. Now, this brother that was killed, look, Jalen Walker shot 60 times, 25 years of age, killed June of 27 in a pursuit that started with an attempted traffic stop. An attempted traffic stop. Right? This brother was laid out 60 times. And you got black nationalist organizations that don't know what time it is? Can't even tell you which way is up. Brothers and sisters, we've got to do better than that. We've got to do better than that. And we've got to get to the place where we're comfortable defending blackness. We got to get to the place where we're comfortable defending blackness. If you don't, it's the end of being black. It's the end of us. Don't tell me this white man won't kill us out because he wiped out Tasmania and called them devils. He literally wiped them out. All you have to do is do the research. Wiped out Tasmania. Why? Because Blackman is still making the same mistakes he did in the past. Isn't that right? He's inviting this white man to dinner. And brothers and sisters, it's the worst thing you can do is invite that white man to dinner. The worst thing you can do. The man keeps you and I dumb, right, blind, and deaf of the true knowledge of who we are as a people. Keeps us blind. Keeps us blind. If you look, Revelations 1 and 13, when it talks about Jesus. Isn't that right? Anybody ever read Revelation 1:13? Talks about Jesus. Says he has hair like lamb wool. Feet as polished brass, burning a fire. Isn't that right? He has a voice of many waters. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You got some blacks that support these white people. And they'll say, well, they were talking about Jesus in his glory. I mean, imagine that. They allowed the white man to take their knowledge of a black God, right? And distort the knowledge. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I mean, I've been to countries where I've seen black people have so much pride until white people won't come. Especially the what the white man called the junglemen. We call them the Aboriginal African. The one that absolutely refused to be drawn into this diplomatic democracy that the white man has going on in Africa. Right? It's the same with us here. You got black nationalists here that refuse to be drawn in. We won't do it. Refuse to be drawn into the tricks of the white man. But the only thing is you can't get other brothers and sisters to come to reason to join you. You can't do it. Why am I frustrated? Because the killings that are happening around us, the death that are happening around us is bagged up by a white Jesus who tell you to love your neighbor. Do good to those who despitefully use you. Right? If a person strikes your right cheek, turn your left cheek also. Only a fool will write that kind of knowledge. Only a fool would write it. Brothers and sisters, I don't believe, and there's no way in hell that anyone can get me to believe that Jesus would write something like that. I don't believe it. The same Jesus that was beating them out of the temple, right? Isn't that right? The black Jesus, this Ethiopian leader that was beating the white man out of the temple. This Jesus would be the Jesus that would say, suffer peacefully. Suffer long with those who despitefully use you. Brothers and sisters, I don't believe that. And there's no way in hell that anyone could get me to believe it. I don't believe it. we've been duped and had, brothers and sisters, by black preachers in the black church that are preaching white nationalism. See, this is what I'm saying. But you can't get enough of us to come together to see this. Huh? Don't the Bible say, come, let us reason together, said the Lord. Let us reason. Who? You can't reason with the enemy. So he must be talking about a friend. He must be talking about a friend. In unity there's strength. You can't unite with an enemy. Isn't that right? So it must be talking about a friend. And brothers and sisters, our problem today is that you and I are not looking at this problem and situation as it is. Knowing that this white man, I know that those that just, their skin crawl. Every time I say it, I know their skin is just crawling. I know it is. I know it with all my heart. I know it. And they're so afraid. I mean, if all the white man can do is kill you, can't you kill him? If all he can do is kill you, can he die also? I mean, it's that plain and that simple to me. Because there's nothing left for me. I don't have a life, right? Unless I'm talking against the problems that we face with that white man. I don't have a life. I'm not out there to be rude or anything like that, right? I'm just going to tell the truth. And that white man you said is your friend, right? You say he's your friend. And if he's your friend, then he'll let you tell the truth. If he's your friend, he'll let you tell the truth. It's that plain and simple to me. That if the white man is your friend, the one you call your friend, he'll let you tell the truth. Right? And so, you'll never be understood by a white Jesus. I don't care how you dice it, how you slice it, it'll never happen, brothers and sisters. Know what I'm talking about? I know what I'm talking about. It'll never happen. Because this white man cares nothing for you. And his Jesus don't care anything for you. He doesn't care anything for you. And you got to learn it. You got to learn it. I already know it. But you have to learn it. And the minute that we learn it, we'll be much better. We'll be much better. Brothers and sisters, I'll tell you, tonight, I'm so full tonight that I'm not even going to hold you long. Because it just sickens me to my stomach that we as black people who have the opportunity to put this message out, the opportunity to band together and put out this knowledge that can literally save us, right? I'm not worried about the white man. I'm not even worried about him messing with the algorithms I have. I don't worry about that because I know he's going to do it. I already know it. I already know that he's going to do it. He's doing his job, right? He owns YouTube. So it's going to affect the algorithm. He's going to do it. Now, if you do some foolish stuff on there and just point people out, you'll get 30, 40, 50, 60,000 viewers. You'll do that. But the minute you start telling the truth, for black people to put them on a platform for self-improvement, to do for self mentality, you won't get that much action. And I tell you why. Because we have been programmed, brothers and sisters, by the white media, right? By white people, by white religion, to not take an active role, active part in the self-improvement that you and I are given by God. That's what you and I have been trained to do. What you and I have been trained to do. We've been trained to support whatever is white. And he starts with his God. See, the white man started with his God. So he put pictures of white Jesus up in 1506, right, during the time of Pope Julius, isn't that right? And then Michelangelo, they came up with these ideas to start painting God, right, according to their own hearts, according to their own race, according to their own ideology, their own understanding. Isn't that right, brothers and sisters? And besides, if the white man would make himself God, then couldn't he hide himself from you, right? That you wouldn't see his actual intention, his actual history. Isn't that right, brothers and sisters? I'm just letting you know. But you and I have got to get involved into redefining the church, redefining the education system, redefining religion. We've got to get involved doing it in America today. The devil can help us do it. No sense of you going to the white man begging him. My God. I don't even know if it's necessary to say this. But you go begging him, boss, if you please. Or if you just allow me to do it this time, boss. And you look at your prayers. What do you say in your prayers when you're inside the church? When you're making a plea? Lord, if you help me this time, I won't get in trouble like that again. Well, isn't this the same thing that you tell your white master? That's right. The same thing is being quoted to the white man. Same thing is being quoted to white Jesus. Very same thing. Brothers and sisters, there's no way around it. Absolutely. Absolutely no way around it. And it puts you and I in such a fickle position. Right? But we got to have brothers and sisters to stand up, God, and willing to tell the truth. But how many of us are willing to do that? How many of us are willing to identify as black people with the ideology of black nationalism and black economics for our people? Not many. Why, you might ask? I don't know. I really don't know. I sincerely don't know. Because the white man literally has no power to do anything more to us than he's already done. Isn't that right, brothers and sisters? No power to do any more against us than what he's already done. Literally. And we know it. Deep down in our hearts, we know it. We even know that this nation is falling, brothers and sisters. You know it in your heart. And you're going to need God. Right? And that black Jesus will be on your side. Because he's black. Because he's black. And if you look, you don't even have to search to find out where black Jesus is. All you got to do is look in the mirror. Brothers and sisters, there's somebody right now saying, well, the brother's crazy. Yeah, he slipped his noodle. That brother's crazy, man. What are you talking about? That brother is crazy. Not crazy. I'm not crazy, brothers and sisters. All I'm saying is that before you can make any progress, you got to get the enemy out of your camp, and you got to get out of the enemy's camp. And that's one of the problems that I've had with Louis Farrakhan. I have to bring him up because that's my dismay. One of the main problems is that he run around calling these white people his friend. He has certain white people that he called his friend. Brothers and sisters, I was so uncomfortable when it happened. I was uncomfortable with that. And it messed me up so bad, I really didn't know what to do. I mean, it literally messed me up that bad to see him do it. And it destroys me literally to see black people not putting up a fight for themselves. And I already see the way it's going. I already see it. And here it is in a nutshell. If we don't start standing up, pretty soon the white man will be dropping bombs on us just like he did in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, yes, he will. He'll start dropping bombs and napalm on us, just like he did in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And no matter where we run, this man will shoot us. You don't hear me, brothers and sisters. You don't hear me? This man would shoot us down like dogs. He's done it all over the planet. Even in America, he's done it. And you got black brothers and sisters still hanging around, still Joe blowing, right? Still being a Joe blow. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. And it is horrible. It is horrible, literally horrible, to see black people pander like that. Be encouraged, brothers and sisters. Stand up and have a strong heart to stand against the problems that we have in this world today. There are, and we have to make decisions. This is not very popular advice. I know that. I know it. Because people have a taste, right, for foolishness. But we're living in dangerous times. And today is even too dangerous to be foolish. Isn't that right, brothers and sisters? In this late hour, we have to have our minds made up to be steadfast, brothers and sisters. Isn't this the time that we should be building the black community, both systemically, educationally, culturally, mentally, and otherwise? Isn't that right? Our desire and our prayer is that we can do this to be able to save our community. Because our community certainly needs saving. Certainly needs saving. And we have to point out the problems in our community in order to save it. That's a fact. So, brothers and sisters, we have to be what? Again, steadfast, unmovable, and always abounding in the work of God. Isn't that right? Always abounding in the work of God. Always finding ourselves doing something good. Always. Not some of the time, but always. Right? And we have to stand for what's right. I don't care if the enemy wipes out everyone that comes on the channel. That was a guy just told me 4 days ago, I believe it was. Said, man, I watch your channel. I see a lot of people watching it. I tell them I don't see anything. I see maybe one or two. He said, well, I can show you. And he showed me. He showed me. I don't know how they do it. Right? Because I don't. But I know these devils don't want us saying anything about them being the devil and the evil that they're committing in our community. I already know it. I already know it. The minute that I saw that, I wish, and I wanted the brother to come on, but he wouldn't do it because he was too afraid. Because of the message that I speak, he became too afraid. So he wouldn't come on. But I begged him to come on because I wanted him to show you and I wanted to talk about it. Peace, brother R.A. Facts. I wanted him to show you and I wanted to talk about it. And I couldn't even get him to come on the show because he's afraid. Because of the knowledge that I speak. It's not a knowledge that you don't know. Right? It's not a knowledge that you don't know, excuse me. But it's knowledge that you know. That the white man don't want anyone putting out this knowledge. We can stay on the show attacking one another and all of that. And you'll get, I don't know how many hits. But people are finally starting to pick up on this channel and the truth that we speak. They're beginning to pick up on it. And the man had to do something to destroy me getting on the tube. And I want you to understand something. Every time I get on the tube, every time, I want you to understand that the white man attacks this show. He attacks it. He doesn't want anybody watching me. He messes up the algorithm. Then I can't even get started. I have to start maybe 2 or 3 times before I can even start live. Because this is what we're dealing with. Have to. Don't have no choice. Because man don't want it being said. It's starting to catch on. Starting to catch on. You don't want anybody being involved in that because he already knows what I know. The white man know what I know. He knows that black people are ready to start killing white people. He already know it. He already know it. All the fake revolutionaries are being moved out of the way. Every last one of them are being moved. The man can't even hold them. And I don't know what he's going to do when Farrakhan dies, because Farrakhan he was a coon way back. This is the one that got Minister Malcolm killed. This is the one that figured the death of Huey Newton, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, Reverend James Cleage, Reverend Albert B. Cleage. All you have to do is do your research, and you'll find out what I'm saying is true. But there are people that won't even do the research. They're busy trying to protect Farrakhan and protect other black nationalists like Malik Zulu Shabazz, and one of those demons went to his grave, Hashina Zinga. But there are too many that want to protect these nationalists because they're doing something right, and you want to believe that they're doing something so great, something so awesome. Excuse me, brothers and sisters, but I found out that the man ain't gonna let nobody in front of you that's gonna influence you to do something for yourself. He's not gonna let anyone in front of you. Brothers and sisters, I wish you could hear me. I wish you could hear me. He's not gonna let anyone in front of you that's gonna tell you to rise. He's not gonna do it. He won't do it. I don't care who that man is. I don't care how close he is to you as a white man. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. And so, brothers and sisters, we've got to fight. We've got to fight. We've got to reach our people, and we've got to be ready. Because this man ain't playing with us. My God. The man ain't playing with us. He's not playing with us. And if you look, brothers and sisters, you look at the killing in Ohio, the man is coming back with a vengeance. Shout out, brother, 60 times. You got black nationalists, revolutionaries, know where the bullets came from. They're marching through the cities, not doing one damn thing. Brothers and sisters, it hurts me to my heart. I swear to you. I swear to you. And I swear on a stack of Bibles and the Quran. Huh? And whatever other book you have that's a book of knowledge from black people. From black people. You don't hear me. Right? Because we're all in the same bag, in the same boat. Just because you are a Muslim and just because the other fellow is a Christian don't mean the police are going to be any less hesitant to kill a black Muslim as he's going to be any less hesitant to kill a black Christian. All you have to do is look at the little big head man. That's Al Sharpton. Call him the big head man. I mean, this fink is running around telling black people, hands up, don't shoot. This devil is running around encouraging black people, brothers and sisters, to turn the other cheek when the man got a muzzle to your head and a knife to your neck. These leaders, we gotta get rid of them, right? Because if they can't promote black leadership by standing up in front of black people and speaking the desires of black people, we ain't got no use for them. I mean, I pray, I really do, that on one of these days, that when Al Sharpton is coming to try to cause peace, I pray, my desire, my prayer, that he drop dead on the spot. I mean, it would be the best thing that he can do for us to go and give up the ghost. It really is. It really is. You don't hear me, brothers and sisters. Louis Farrakhan is going. He's going. And you mark my word, when he does, when he finally goes, those Muslims will have been totally converted to a bunch of homosexual men. And I mean that, right? I mean it. Why am I saying that? Because he's taking the militancy out of Muslims and put in this foolishness. Foolishness. If you look at the nation today and look at it in the past, you don't have the same thing. Same thing with the Baptist churches. When you had Dr. King, you had some guts, right? You had some, well, the men know what they had, right? Right? Some women had balls too. Isn't that right? When you had an effective black leader who truly cared about the people. But what I tell you today is that the black man, the black woman, and the black leaders that we have don't care about the people. They're busy selling out. You know, we don't have to go up to the religious chain because I believe all of us are part of Jesus. Talk to me, somebody. I say I believe that all of us are part of Jesus. So we don't even have to go up the chain. But all I'm saying is simply this. Is that if you're a black nationalist, right, and you were wondering if it's the time to go against the infrastructure, to go against the power, now is the time. That's all I'm saying. And if you're serious, you know, let's organize. Because a man is not going to stop killing you. He's not going to stop killing me. He's not going to stop killing anyone. He's not going to do it. Not going to do it. He's not going to wake up and have this epiphany that killing is wrong. He's not going to do it. The man, if he's standing upright, as long as he's standing upright, he'll be a threat to you, be a threat to me. As long as he's standing upright. See, you got to see that. I already know it. He knows that I know it. He knows that I know it. He won't even allow me to get one word out because he knows where I came from. He knows who mentored me, both Christian and Muslim. He already know it. Fighters in the revolution. Real fighters. Isn't that right? That were taken from us. You tell me, if these guys that they put in front of us is so much of a threat, why are they still alive? It's the only question I have. And why is it so easy for them to get on media time and talk about this foolishness? They got Farrakhan now talking about the swan song. What the hell is the swan song? I heard the speech, but what the hell is a swan song? Here this man, Farrakhan, killed black people, right? Because he killed right there at the scene with many black leaders that were killed. Literally, I mean, the fingerprints and the footprints lead to it, where you don't have to be mistaken by it. The man had Minister Malcolm killed. The man admitted that Elijah Muhammad was poisoned. This is what he admitted, right? The man was best friends with James Best, who shot Dr. Khalid Muhammad. This was admitted. Is that right or wrong? The man admitted it. The man said in the paper, right? Such a man as Malcolm is worthy of death. The man admits this. He's known and held highly by white people as a killer of Minister Malcolm X. And don't you know that the white man reward his killers? Brothers and sisters, you're missing it. That's why I want you to work hard with me and to get people on the show so we can prepare them. African American Defense League. Because we got the New Black Panther Party is good, but we got to get the agents out. Now I told you, one of the agents is dead, Hashim Nzinga. So now we got to get Malik out of the way. What do you mean what I mean when I say out of the way? I mean whatever you mean when I say get out of the way. I mean whatever you mean. I mean whatever you mean. But we got to get him out of the way. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to get these fakes out of the way. Anyone that you think is fake, right? I call them revolutionaries, right? Fake revolutionaries, I call them revolutionaries. I said to the one guy, revolutionary, right? And it's a tongue twister. But he said, yeah, man, forever a revolutionary. I was never saying that. But I said it to him because I knew he was a fake. Philip X, out of D.C. One of the fakest revolutionaries you ever seen in your life. And was supposed to meet me at my grandfather's property when it was shot up. Huh? November the 28th, 2013. Or rather, November the 29th, 2013. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Right? And the man will try to do something to you, and before you can say anything, he's already got the news story out. This whole thing, when Farrakhan is banned from Facebook and banned from Twitter, right? The whole thing was a hoax. You don't hear me. I said the whole thing was a hoax. Brothers and sisters, don't you know that as long as Farrakhan has been there, he's no threat? He's no threat. You don't get to grow old being a threat in America. The white man won't allow it. And if they're killing you at the lowest level, you know what they'll do to you at the highest level. And you trying to build up black people and get them mobilized, right? We can organize, but we need to get black people mobilized. So when I tell them, I said, look, brother, you need a gun. You got to protect yourself against these white dogs. And brother looked at me and said, brother, I said, we're taught never to be the aggressor. Now hear this, man. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this. Brother, we're never taught to be the aggressor. Here the white man is coming in your home shooting you, coming in the chapels, the churches shooting you, coming in the mosques shooting you. Right? Isn't that right? Going to the grocery store shooting you. Going wherever you are, going to the public parks, shooting our kind. And the Muslims, out of fear, brother, we're taught not to be the aggressor. Now here the white man is killing us. You got black nationalists marching, don't even have a plan. Right? It's simple. Because if a rabid dog bites you, you shoot that rabid dog. Simple. Doesn't take a college degree. Doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out. It doesn't take it. But the fact that they're afraid, and they'll say, well, brother, why aren't you doing nothing, brother? What? Have you read? I've been on the front lines, and I've been out there. I'll leave that at that. But if you're going to be out there, which I believe you do have a better job protecting your home, protecting your children, in your own community. That's me personally. I think you should have a gun, but I don't think you should be running all around country with these fake revolutionaries who are standing, got these black fists on the t-shirts and all of that. Black power, right? Right? If you dare with the man that has done the evil, you have no reconnaissance to find the individual that did it. We don't want to get the innocent devils. We want the guilty devils, the one that did it. We want to kill them. Just kill the ones that did it. Is that right or wrong? They say, brother, we can't do it this way. We compromise our soldiers. Well, why the hell would you march in the city? You are going to make an example, right, of how things can go so bad for the administration if they continue to kill our people. I don't understand it. I say it to you, and I say it again. I'll forever say that I don't understand it. It's the only thing that I'll say. I'll say it because I don't, brothers and sisters. I really don't. They're killing children, killing babies, killing mothers with babies in their arms, killing fathers, killing innocent black men that haven't done a damn thing. They're killing them. You have Sharpton shows up. Ben Crump, another devil, shows up. Then you got these fake black revolutionaries. They show up. They got these plans. They hype the people and all of that. And people say, man, we show mobs. Boy, did they talk to the white man that day. Somebody said, what did he say? I don't know what he said. But he sure told the white man off. Ain't said nothing, brothers and sisters. I didn't say anything. I said ain't said nothing. Ain't did nothing but put those people in trouble when you came to town. Right? You came into town, somebody had a calamity, and you stood there long enough to put these people in trouble. You ain't did nothing else. This is what I'm talking about, brothers. This is the game. This is the game. The white man has black people that have infiltrated the ranks that are doing the work of the enemy. And this right here would seem, my God, I don't understand it. As much as I think about it, I don't understand it. And these individuals, excuse me, brothers and sisters, these individuals will put their own soldiers in danger. I've seen it. These black nationalist leadership, I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it. But I've seen it. I saw it. Here they are, the hands up. Malik Zulu Shabazz, hands up. I'm not resisting arrest. Huh? I'm not resisting. Akbar, right? Akbar, his hands up. I'm not resisting arrest. The other brothers and sisters that are fighting, right? I'm not going to jail. Is that right or wrong? Is that right or wrong? They're fighting, right? Because this is the enemy. And these brothers are setting them up. There's an example of one scrimmage, brothers and sisters, that happened, I believe, in Virginia, and then another in North Carolina, where Imam Akbar, who works under Malik Zulu Shabazz, I have to tell you about it. I got to tell you, one of the dirtiest agents that you've ever seen in your life, and I thought Malik was dirty. You just scratching the surface. Imam Akbar is one of the dirtiest agents. Brothers and sisters, tell you, we can't afford to sacrifice any more brothers and sisters and people who have had their children killed, their family members killed, what have you. And these devils come into town, raising hell, and getting real revolutionaries arrested. If you remember, there's one incident where Imam Akbar, they were down in North Carolina. I never forget it as long as I live. And because I saw it, and there were nationalists defending these brothers. Listen now, not real black nationalists, right? Fake black nationalists. And they loaded a weapon. This Imam Akbar loaded a weapon, handed it up front to the brother and sister that was driving the vehicle. So the police would see a weapon, isn't that right? He had already talked with them about it, but it set that brother and that sister up. So they did time in jail. Malik Zulu Shabazz, right, could not get him out of jail, right? Because he doesn't have any power as a lawyer. Is that right or wrong? He can gain money from them, but doesn't have any power. He has the Black Lawyers for Justice has no educated nor lawyer with any gifts to get the people out. Plus, they don't have any power getting them arrested, right? They're getting them arrested in the system, but don't have any power to get them out. So this leaves the individual locked in the system. Mothers that are losing their babies. Can he help them? He can't help them, brothers and sisters. Why? Because he doesn't have any power. They don't take him seriously as a lawyer, right? And then other than that, he's working for the white man and getting grants from the white man, right? So he's not going to bite the hand that feeds him, right? And the icing on the cake is that he'll take other people's money, hard-earned money, making them believe this delusion and lie. Anybody that has worked under this brother can tell you that, right? And he's not. Look, they preach white nationalism. Why do I say that? Because it's the white man, right? It's the white man. That's why I tell you about this white Jesus. That it warps the mind. It warps the mind. And I'm saying so much with that because Dr. Khaled found it strange that Shabazz would continue in the Christian religion, right? After learning all that he had to learn under him. You don't hear me, brothers and sisters. So he had already, as I told you before, he told Sister Malika during the Million Youth March, the sister that he wanted over the new Black Panther Party, he told her, he said, don't ever trust Malik Zulu Shabazz and don't trust Hashim Nzinga. This is fact. This is fact. This is fact. And so, they weren't the only ones that Dr. Khaled pointed out. Not only Dr. Khaled, but Sister Coretta King didn't trust Jesse Jackson, didn't trust Ralph Abernathy, There were people that she did not trust. So as you can see, this has been a problem the entire time. Sister Betty Shabazz didn't trust Minister Louis Farrakhan. Minister Malcolm didn't trust Farrakhan. Brothers and sisters, I'm trying to tell you that the cleaning has to happen within the house of God. Who are the people of God? Who are the children of God? You and I are the people and children of God. And the house cleaning has to happen with you and I. It has to happen so we can establish leaders that are not robbing the people of the money, that are not envious of others' leadership, that are not working for the man, and are not a hitman for the man. Right? Because these are the four problems that work against us. These are the problems that work against us, and it won't get any better until we make it better. We can continue with the foolishness of attacking one another, while the white man loves that. He loves it. But to be able to point it out and say, hey, here's the reason why you can't trust this brother. Right? So you'll know who he is. The white man don't like that because it brings you and I together. And you have to know that. Brothers and sisters, this is not a long show today. It's not intended to be long. Not intended to be long. But all I wanted to say to you is we've got to be steadfast. Right? Still got to work within our own power to clean our own community. And that's including the leaders. Including the leaders from inside out. And that you and I, brothers and sisters, in this day have to look to a new norm of nationalism. In the past, we marched. In the past, we marched with guns. We knew laws. In the past, we were ready to die. But today, we have a bunch of black licks, black chocolate covered crackers, turncoats, cowards, coward and eavesdroppers within the ranks of the revolutionary. And we've got to clean the ranks of the revolutionary, brothers and sisters. It's time for us to clean it. Nobody can clean it but us. And I tell you to be aware of anyone that's talking about the white man this, the white man that, and I'm against the white man, and he ain't catching hell from the white man. You got to be aware with that because you ain't got yourself nothing but a whole Uncle Tom. You ain't got yourself nothing but a whole Uncle Tom. That's all you got. He comes to telling you to be aware of the white man. Every time you turn around, you see him with the white man. You got to know that. That you ain't got yourself nothing but a whole Uncle Tom. Is that right or wrong? You got to know it, brothers and sisters. Because if you don't know it, then you'll continue to fall for the okie doke. Huh? And Grandmaster Jay came, right? If you've been taught about the black Jesus, you wouldn't be able to point out a fake. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Black Jesus would have beat him out of the temple. Black Jesus would have took him out. Just being honest with you. Somebody's saying right now, well, brother, we don't want to say this stuff against our brothers and sisters because we don't want to go against each other now. And we want you to be careful with that. We don't want you to go against each other. You know, we've got to stick together. We got to come together. You hear the same old thing, right? Forgiveness. What did Farrakhan do? Right? Because I know a lot of you like Farrakhan. You might as well go and admit it. But you know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. A lot of you like Farrakhan. What did Farrakhan say about it? What he said, well, we got to atone the white man. Now here it is, a Muslim. Here it is, a Muslim, a black, someone who could be a black Jesus. You don't hear me. Because all of us are called for the purpose of God. The true and living God, all of us are called for the purpose. He said we're going to atone the white man. Look, this is a black Muslim. Talking about we're going to atone the white man. And you got people today saying that this man is the truth. Farrakhan is a Messiah. He's a false Messiah. Yeah, he's a Messiah, but he's a false Messiah. He don't have any intentions of freeing you and I, brothers and sisters. He don't. He doesn't have it. He will never have it because the man hired him, brought him in, and put him in the place to be picked up. And once he was picked up, see, the devil will always put snares in your way, brothers and sisters. You don't believe that, do you? I said the devil will always put snares in your way. That's what he does. He wouldn't be a devil if he didn't do it. He wouldn't be a devil if he didn't do it. And you know something, brothers and sisters, I'd rather talk and walk and lead 10 people, rather 10 real people, true people, and even 12 real and true people. I'd rather lead 10 to 12 real people than to have hundreds of fakes and phonies around me, than to have thousands of fakes and phonies around me. Brothers and sisters, anytime you see a massive crowd supporting something, you're normally on the wrong road, right? Then the word said that the road to destruction is wide. The word said that, didn't it? The road to destruction is wide. Many you'll find on that road. He said the road to salvation, right? The path to salvation is small. Very few people will find it. Brothers and sisters, we're going to be free. God is going to deliver us. He'll deliver us through our own hands, our own eyes. God help those who help themselves. Isn't that right? I mean, you've seen all the way through history. If you look at the nation of Islam, under the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when they were building up their own school. Is that right or wrong? Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Their own churches, temples, their own grocery stores, their own car lots. Isn't that right? Their own recording studios. Isn't that right? Their own newspapers. Right? They were called to the purpose to deliver. Isn't that right? What has Farrakhan done in the 60 or so years that he's been a quote-unquote Muslim leader? What has Malik Zulu Shabazz done in the time that he has dedicated and devoted to black nationalism? What is he doing today different than what he's done in the past? Brothers and sisters, I'm just trying to reason with you. For the word says, come, let us reason together, saith the Lord. Isn't that right? That's a good word. Tell us come together and talk about these things. So that we'll know. Right? So that we'll know that the enemy, right, has gotten into the ranks and is using blackface to do the work of white hands. Come on, brothers and sisters. I said you got a white head, right, and black hands. Right? Evil satanic beasts that have infiltrated the ranks of the black nationalist movement. Whether that be a Muslim, whether it be black Christian nationalists, or whatever the nationalist is. That these devils have found those that will compromise the movement, that will compromise the problems, compromise what you see you and I in today, the situations that we're in. He will manipulate it and compromise it to have his own way. Isn't that right, brothers and sisters? So this yoke that the devil has is heavy when you got to go against yourself. That's true. That's the truth. And you come to know the truth. You come to know the truth. And once you know the truth, then you're able to choose for yourself. That's right. Once you know the truth. But you can never expect a deaf, dumb, blind Negro to tell you what he wants, or he don't know what he wants. Brothers and sisters, he don't know what he wants. So my desire, my prayer, is that we can build it and continue to keep this truth out. That you be faithful and unmovable, always abounding in the work of God. Isn't that right? Which is found inside of us. Or God put it inside of us. Same thing that Jesus has, we have it inside of us. Isn't that right? Then the word said Jesus came to his own, and his own received him not. Well, brothers and sisters, you and I are the messianic promise. We are the messianic teachers, and all we have to do is lean and depend on God. That's what we got to do, brothers and sisters. You can't expect the white man to understand. He'll never understand. White man is not your friend. I'm just trying to tell you that he's not your friend. But once you know that he's not your friend, then brothers and sisters, you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to do it. You'll be able to heal again. Raise brothers and sisters from the dead. Not just physically, but you'll be able to raise them spiritually. Be able to raise them psychologically. Be able to raise them socially. Be able to raise them mentally, biologically, psychologically, physiologically. You'll be able to raise brothers and sisters from the dead. Bringing them from these tombs, brothers and sisters. Oh my God. I wish that you could see it like I see it today. That God is raising up a people that will not fear the white man. My God. That when Isaiah told us that one day we will look upon this devil and marvel and say, is this the one? Is this he who made the nation to tremble? My God. And we look at him and the worms are spread it over him. Oh my God. If you could only see that if you put your eyes on God and put your trust in God and listen to the message of the black man that was sent to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad by God, not only to the Muslim but to the Christian as well, right? That the black man would do for himself, that the black man would reach himself, that the black man would teach himself so that our deliverance would come. Brothers and sisters, that's all I have for you. I love you, and peace be unto you, brothers and sisters. And I say unto you, as I said in the beginning, Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be unto you.